Hey guys, I want to welcome to Breakfast with the Banner this morning on this Wednesday morning. It is June the 8th and we're moving right along in the month of June, and I think we're going to have a heat wave coming up here pretty soon next week from what I hear. And but as you can see, got a special guest with us this morning. All of our guests are always special that we have in, but we have our first candidate for the mayoral race coming up in November. Everybody knows Brock Thomas. Brock, thank you for being here.
Good
this
morning.
Yeah, it's always good to see you.
Thank you. Good to see you, and thank you for having me. I look forward to watching your show, and just excited for the opportunity to be here.
Yeah, I know a lot of exciting stuff going on right now. I know you've got some big plans. Of course,
Yes.
as I said before, candidate for mayor of Princeton, and of course yesterday, two more started, to run. They announced, and of course got a big race this time.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting. It's great that there's so many candidates that have thrown their name in the hat and going to run. Give the citizens a choice and the opportunity to let their voice be heard.
Yeah, I know it's a big time. I know this whole past election that we had, it's a lot of people coming out.
It was, some of the most exciting races that we've seen was in the primary, and I'm looking for the same thing in the general. The most important thing is just all the voters need to come out and just vote and let your voice be heard, because if we don't vote, we lose that presence and that voice.
We do, and I know, of course, with Coda being mayor right now, of course he's running for judge executive.
Yes.
That's some big shoes to fill for whoever gets in that office.
Big shoes to fill. Last night I was coming back from being out of town for a bit, and I listened to his address, and just the progress that has been made in the last 4 years by the council and by Coda is just amazing.
Yeah.
And just big shoes to fill, but it's a plus that you've got things going really well. Yeah. And great opportunities there. Yeah. and a good plan in place.
Yeah, and I know with of course with Coda, they decided to make it a full-time position, which is, I would say, pretty much needed.
Yes, it's huge. Which Mayor Cherry, she treated it as a full-time job and worked lots of hours. And Coda, man, he's always on the go. He's been hand in a little bit of everything. Yeah. And it needed to be done because we're doing great things here in the city of Princeton, and we need just that representation all the time.
Yeah, we do. And of course, Princeton, we've both grown up here. It's a great place to live and raise a family. And of course, everybody knows Brock's wife, Melissa, from school, and
yes.
She's doing an excellent job, I know, there.
Yes, it's just so fun to go out, like if we go out and eat or go out anywhere, and her elementary students come up. She's a rock star, and she's the star of the family, and it's fun to see how the kids just love on her and how she loves on them, and just they react to her when they see her out in public.
Yeah.
It's kind of one thing when they see her in school, but when they see her out in public, it's totally different. It's like, what's she doing here?
That's the way it always was, and I know you can remember in school, you always kind of look at your teachers as celebrities.
Yes.
Because you always had that one teacher you look to, and it's kind of cool to be in that position.
And still do. I've got several teachers that I see all the time, and just thank them for the time that they invested in me, that now that I'm able to go out and reinvest that in the community. And that's what it's all about. Yeah. It's just giving back and taking the opportunity to serve. And that's what my career and my work life has always been about. Spent a long time with the Sheriff's Department, been with school resource officer a long time. Just the ability to serve and to give back to your community, and just try to make the world a better place. That's what it's about.
That is what it's about. That's what we're called to do.
Yes.
And I know you do. You probably see a lot. Of course, I know you guys see Brock during the school years up at the high school, and I guess is that pretty much where you're stationed a lot?
Yes. My role with the Princeton Police Department as SRO, I'm at these schools 9 months out of the year, and then when that contract is up or when that time is up, then I'm off for the summer. So I do lots of different things in the summer to fill that void. When you got a big family, you gotta pay the bills. And this summer I'm doing some work for AirVac, selling memberships. Also, we have the shaved ice at the ballpark, as well as we do festivals and events. So that keeps us busy. I also do real estate and sell some houses, and it's just a passion in each of those roles to give back to the community and work and serve. And there's nothing better on a hot day than seeing a young kid come up and get a shaved ice, and it's just good times.
I know, that was great. I know at a project graduation, Izzy brought me a cup of shaved ice, and then here come my wife bringing me Casey brought me a cup of shaved ice. Can't get any better than shaved ice.
No, and that was fun at project graduation because the kids, we were set up outside by the band room, and the kids would come out of there from playing virtual games, and they would come out sweating, and they would do the shaved ice, and the same ones kept playing the games, but they kept coming back from shaved ice, and their faces would be different colors, and it was wonderful. It was a good time.
It was a good time,
and I think it kept a lot of us going till I think we ended up leaving about between 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning, and it was just it was a wonderful time.
I know. I think we ended up leaving 5:30 that morning. Of course, I drew caricatures for the kids, and of course they just kept coming. Of course, it was great. I love doing that kind of stuff. But it was great to see all the kids having such a good time.
And I can't say enough about that whole committee. Paulette Gray,
she knocked it out of the park.
She did, and I didn't get into it till late. It was right around the final week of school. But once I got into it, I really enjoyed it, and had people calling and want me to come by, and just being able to collect money and gifts and stuff like that for the kids was wonderful.
It was, and just to see the kids have a good time like that and of course, pretty much for a lot of them, it's going to be their last time that they're all going to be together.
Yes,
and to be able to go out like that, it's great.
It's wonderful, and I know Kennedy made several $100s, and I know a lot of the other kids did too. But I think the total number was over $28,000.
It's crazy.
That's great.
It's crazy. I know Izzy. Of course, both his daughter Kennedy and my daughter Izzy, they both graduated this year, and of course, I think Izzy, with her money that she got, she put it right into savings. I think, of course, she didn't even spend any of it.
Yes,
it's mom and dad still gives the money. So.
That's right. And Kennedy is a planner, and she's got a couple things she's wanting to get for college, and she put her money there. I think she's pretty excited about a laptop computer that she needs, and we're excited about that. Just great times. Our first child, going to college. And that's big.
It is big. It's big. Of course, you've got 5.
5, yes.
And of course, with the first one, of course, I'm sure by the time the last one gets there, it's going to be like just go.
Yes,
with that first one, it's.
I'll be that guy at graduation going, I'm retiring tomorrow because he's getting a job on Monday.
Time to move out. Yeah, I know. I know with Izzy's going to stay around for a couple of years and work and go to community college with the rest of her basics out of the way, and then, of course, plan on going to Kentucky Wesleyan. I think is what her plans are, to be a zoologist. So, but of course, with just having the one, it makes it hard. And then, of course, your baby.
Yes.
Your baby. You've grown up. And,
yes.
An adult, probably soon to be 18 if she's not already.
She is already 18.
And so.
That was one of the things about this year at the final walk, which it's always sad at the final walk at school, but you've got your oldest daughter going through, and all these kids up there, they're like your own. You're with them so much and so long, they're just like yours, and to see them move on to that next chapter in their life, it's sad, but then at the same time, you got that next class coming next year, and you're going to do it all over again. It's going to be another experience.
Yeah. So what are the age differences between?
Kennedy's 18, Benoska's 16, Med will be 14, Elijah will be 13, and Evenson is 12.
So they're right.
They're all right there together. So. We really need Benoska to get that permit so she can take over for Kennedy and help drive the kids around, because that's one thing that I never really thought. As the kids got older, they're in so many different things, and Melissa and I are going constantly, and to have that extra person to help get food or get groceries or get something or shuttle a kid is huge.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. I know when Izzy got her license, that's the way it was with Casey and me. It's like, now if you want something to eat, you can go get it.
Yeah, and get me something while you're there.
Exactly right. Exactly right. Of course, paybacks. That's what it's about. So,
yes.
But I know so much going on. I know, Brock, you are quite active in church as well. Southside
Baptist Church. Been there for ever since I got out of college, and that's been many years. And my kids are into the youth group, and we just we serve where needed, and can't say enough about my church family. And just had the pleasure of serving and being there with you for years. And you were that guy that I could always count on to step in or to help out. I mean, you always said yes, and I appreciate you for that.
Well, that's we're called to serve, and I truly believe as Christians, no matter what, that's what we're called to do.
That's right.
And to be able, I know with you going in the community, I know that means a lot to me to have that Christian background that you'll bring into it. And of course, it's needed more today in this world than anything.
Yes, it is, and and I just hope that people see the lives that you live and the work that you do and the work that I try to do, just to try to help out and to serve. That's just huge. And the thing with the opportunity with Mayor, that's what I want to continue to do. I want to continue to utilize, City of Princeton and Caldwell County have a lot of money invested in training, in years of service and work. And what I want to do is incorporate that with the ability to utilize those contacts and to bring things back to Princeton, to help with the projects that we need. That's just, I think it'd be very beneficial. And some of the biggest things that I've learned as I've been talking these last few weeks, the things that we need, whether it's we need housing, code enforcement has been a big thing. I know you and I have talked about code enforcement. And that's been a great program to continue on and to help clean up the city and to keep it looking nice to where we can attract businesses and new residents and things of that nature. Just to the youth projects. We've been working. I've served on Youth Incorporated board for a long time, and we work on the fields, try to make it look better. Try to get tournaments in here to benefit not only our youth but the businesses of the community. When they come in here, they're going to eat, they're going to get gas. They're going to spend their money, and that's what we want to do. We want to do everything we can to build up and make our home, which is Princeton, the best that it can be. And I think the opportunity to do that, it's on the right track, and just continue to take advantage of these things. Just continue to always serve, to listen to the people, to see what's important to the citizens, what they want to see done. And I can't say enough about the council. I know, being from Princeton, we know all the members of the council, but they've been there for a long time, and they love to serve the community. They love to get involved and do these projects. I knew I wanted to be a part of this team whenever I saw the time and money they invested in the school resource program. For years, it was it started out as what I would consider my first tour there would be probably 4 days a week. I'd be in and out. I'd be still working the road, and then to where it is now, you get 2 full-time officers in the schools, and they've invested that time and resources and partnership with the schools to provide for our children. And we've seen today where tragic, bad things happen. You can't not spend that money, and they've stepped up and they've done it well.
Yeah, we've got a good, of course, we both went to school here, graduated from here, and the school system that we have, our youth that we turn out in this community are just out of sight.
Yes.
It's it's a great community all around.
And we need to provide those opportunities where they can come back here and serve and and do what they want to do, and make Princeton just a better place. it's just it's always a challenge because there's always new issues coming up. And I think one of the things right now is retaining your employees. We've and the city has done a good job. I think I heard the mayor say for the first time we're just about all the positions are just about filled, and that's unheard of in today's times because you go anywhere and people need employees. Signs need employees, and we're there. We need to continue to keep those employees because every time we lose an employee, we have to turn around and spend thousands training those employees, and it sets us back, and you got to catch up, and you put a lot of work on the other guys that are there trying to fill the shoes. And I guess, and I speak a lot of that from the police department and the struggles that we've had the last few years. You've been down 2 or 3 officers for a while, and that puts a lot of work on from the chief to the assistant chief to everyone on down. The patrol officers, the detectives. They're all covering ground, working extra hours, and it's good that we will have those people there and be able to continue to provide the service that we always have.
Yeah. And of course, like I said, Princeton's just a great community to grow up in and to raise a family.
Wouldn't be anywhere else.
I wouldn't want to be anywhere else, and I know you're always going to have your naysayers.
Yeah.
That's going to point out the bad and never look at the positives of anything. That's just the world that we live in. But Princeton is just it's a good place.
And those bad things are things that are lacking opportunities to serve. They're opportunities to, put efforts, put resources in to make those things just like the ones that we're more proud of. The ones that need some time. And I can't say enough about the people that serve. I serve on the Youth Incorporated board with a lot of guys and ladies that give their time just to make that experience good for our children. And they don't get paid anything, but they put in the time. They're out there doing fields and working late and attending meetings. And it's just it's good to be a part of that because you see the smile on the kids' faces.
That's the payment right there.
That's it. You see them just having a good time, and it just makes all of it worth it.
It does. And that's what it's about. It's about serving and just making a better place to be. And of course, we've seen over the years how Princeton's grown and continues to grow. And, of course, I remember we were just talking about it makes you feel old when you start looking back about how empty this was back in the early 80s and how it's grown. Now we had very few businesses here, and now it's just like I worked at Food Giant, and there was nothing past Food Giant other than the bank. And to see what's happened now is amazing. The people that have come invested in the community, the businesses, it's just wonderful. It is.
It's wonderful.
It really is. I know you were saying Melissa and Kennedy, they just got back from, was it Ireland?
Yeah.
How did that go?
It went well. I went to the airport last night and to pick them up, and Melissa wanted me to come down because they'd been up a long time, and drove them back, and Kennedy B and Melissa were all there, and it was fun to hear the stories about what all they've done, and to see the group come off the plane because there's about 37 people from Caldwell County, so it was. And it was wonderful to see everybody, and some of the kids were rip roaring and ready to go. Some of them were tired. Some of the adults were tired. It was good.
I'm sure they're probably sleeping in today, aren't they?
Well, whenever I left, like I said, Elijah had a couple things going on at school, and so did Med. And Med's doing basketball camp. And when I left, Melissa was already up. So, which it's a good thing. There's a lot of construction going on in our neighborhood, and and that's another good thing that I want to take a chance to speak about. Go to the areas that were affected by the tornado and look at the build back and the workers. It's just so encouraging to go see the work being done, and seeing things getting a little closer back to normal. It's going to be years before we ever get back to normal, but to see some of the things, people getting their lives back together and getting things done. It was a tragic day, and that's one of the things. I'd been out of political service for several years, and really at that point in time didn't ever know if I would ever want to get back in, and because I really like what I do at the school. But when the tornado hit, we wrote it out at the house, and we came out and made sure surveying our scene. And then you hear the things going on in the neighborhood. You hear the alarms going off, sirens, and stuff like that. So we got our kids secured in a good place, and Melissa and I went over to country club and just made sure people were out of the houses, just making sure everyone was okay. And I know we spent a lot of time. There was a couple of elderly females in the neighborhood that we were worried about that nobody could get a hold of, and we finally got a hold of them, and we knew that everybody that was okay, that you could take a breath and just take it all in and see the destruction and devastation, and that's a feeling that you'll never forget.
Yeah.
And then we learned about, once we could get out of our area and our part of town, the other parts of the communities and the other communities that were hit, the loss of life, it's just tragic.
Yeah, it really was. I know it's something that, like you said, we're going to be recovering from for a long time. It's not going to be a quick fix for anybody.
No, that's one of the big driving forces why I'm back.
Yeah.
And what I want to do is I want to listen to what the citizens need, what they want, work on the issues, work on the infrastructure, work with the council, do what we've got to do to make Princeton the best it can be.
And no doubt it will, because we just keep on improving.
That's right. We keep on keeping on. We're resilient. We do what it takes, and you're like me. You're here for the long haul. You're not going anywhere, and wherever you need to be plugged in, that's what's going to do, and that's what I want to do.
And that's what it's about. You go where God leads you, and whatever His will is going to be, it's going to be.
That's right. That's right.
Exactly right.
And I look forward to the campaign. I look forward to getting out, to seeing as many people as I can. I'm got a little presence on social media. My phone number is 270-601-1506. Shoot me a text message. Tell me what you think. The needs are. With the city of Princeton. Tell me the good things, tell me the bad things, tell me what we need to fix, and like I said, we'll go to work. I look forward to continue to work with you, work with the council, to work with everyone to make the city of Princeton a better place. Teamwork is what it's all about.
That's what it's about, and we've all got to come together, and that's something I like seeing with in fiscal court with the magistrates. I know there's a lot of differing opinions on a lot of things, but they always come together.
Yes.
And
they
probably butt heads a lot, but they always come to the correct decision.
Yeah, you got different opinions, and but at the end of you all got the same goal. You want what's best, for the community, the best service, the best value for whatever program you're doing. As you want to make sure it's the best, and sometimes it takes the disagreements to get there, and that's okay. I mean, at the end of the day, you're still friends, but you've done the best that you can do for everyone.
You got to speak up and let your voice be heard.
That's right, and that is, once again, what we were talking about earlier. The greatest thing about the political system is you got the opportunity to let your voice be heard by voting, and you've got plenty of candidates. You've got some good candidates, and they're going to run a good campaign. I want to get out what I want to work on and what I want to do, and it'll be a process, because right now I'm just in the gathering phase of seeing where we're at, seeing what the council and the mayor's working on now. I'm excited about the pool and the city county park and the money that's going to be spent there. It's wonderful. I know some of the best parts of my life growing up were at City County Park, at the pool, and we need to continue to provide that services with those fields and the pool, and make sure our infrastructure is taken care of. There's going to be probably some big things that need to be done with the other departments. You got the public works and the fire department. They've got needs, equipment. We've got to keep the equipment in the hands of our first responders and our workers to provide for us. That's how it's done. And the council has done a great job in doing that. And I think that's probably the most exciting thing for me is, it's an opportunity to come into a position to where you've got an established council in place, because I don't think anyone filed for council other than the current council.
Right.
And so you've got everybody coming back, you've got long-term members, and you've got experience, and that's success right there.
Yeah, it is. It really is. Well, Brock, I'm not gonna keep you, because I know you probably got a busy day ahead of you.
Yeah, we've got several places to go, but we'll come back and do it again, and keep updates and keep keep things going on. But like I said, just continue for all the candidates. Pray for them. Keep them in your thoughts and prayers, because running a campaign is an event like no other. And there's a lot of stress. It's hard on your families. It's hard, to work your job and then to do that, and just keep on keeping on.
And that's all you can do.
Appreciate you, brother.
Yes, sir. Brock, thank you for coming in this morning, guys. Like I said before, it's Wednesday. I think we probably got a little bit of rain in the forecast for today, and but it's midweek. We're halfway through the week, and weekend will be here before you know it. So, guys, just thank you for tuning in this morning. I'm going to leave this video up. It'll be up on Facebook, and it'll be on our YouTube channel here in just a little bit. And Brock, what I'll do, I'll tag you in the post as well. That way, if anybody has any questions for you, they can, it'll tag you in it, and that way you can address them. And but like I said before, I want to thank you for coming in this morning, and tell the family we said hi.
My pleasure. I will.
And guys, we'll see you again next time. See you.